Illustrated by Marcy Ramsey. Secret meeting. Red lanterns burned brightly downwards. Amy whispered the passcode into the bond, mostly when it rings. The stranger murmured his portion of the password from behind the heavy wooden door. As he cracked it open, glimpsed Amy and her companion. They was fading into the night, and in the feeble light, she guessed he was maybe 18 or 19. She wished he would worry because each time the cold February wind rushed the trees, she thought a soldier was approaching. He hesitated. Then he wildly opened the door. "Come in," she said, as a voice stiff and cold as one of the on-job breeze. Amy stepped over the threshold into the old brick boat, carefully holding her elbow askew so Jacques could follow her. Behind them, the stranger slid a wooden plank, though metal braces on each side of the door. "Why did you bring your little brother?" "I was not told two people were coming tonight. Jacques is not my brother, but he is one with news, and he needed have found you." 15-year-old Amy and the stranger worked for the French resistance, a secret group of ordinary citizens living in the German-occupied France. They did whatever they could do to help England, the United States, and other allied countries stop the Germans, the actor Adolf Hitler, from taking over Europe. During World War II, Amy's contact in the resistance had requested that she meet dogs near Cairns railway station. After this afternoon, an escort to this spot, she had been given only vital information: the bomb location and the password to enter. She watched as the stranger scrutinized Jacques' appearance, but when he noticed the vacant look in Jacques' eyes, he relaxed. "Oh, of course," his voice softened. "We haven't been properly introduced. Pierre. Nice to meet you." And Jacques looked. Interrupted. "First name only to keep us all safer." He offered the visitors a comforting smile as he invited them to lay down in a hostel basin except for bales of hay and picnic baskets. A single light bulb hung from the low rafters, but it's only bright enough to hint at what lay in the bond's corner. As ordered by the Germans, blackout material covered the window to prevent light from shining out, but the French counted on it to prevent German soldiers from spying in. Straw from the animals spilled onto the floor, and the sweet aroma of hay mixed with the pungent smell of cattle, as she'd been taught to do. Amy scanned the interior of the bond for potential hiding spot in case the German soldiers should appear. Getting caught sending information to the enemy meant prison or worse, but the three in the bond were willing to take that risk if it helped their beloved friends from Hitler's grave. Amy stepped forward. Jacques followed his hand, still resting the crook of her arm for guidance and peace of mind. Promise to keep me away from the cow pies," Jacques joked. "Yes, of course," Amy laughed. "But how did you know there wasn't cow dropping?" "I thought you couldn't see anything." His eyes may be useless, but my eyes may be useless, but my nose worked just fine. He smiled. Each of them stayed on the short combi on a bale of hay, but their tense face revealed that they all anticipate more serious turn in the conversation. "You must be hungry after Your journey. What would be some cider and pastry? Asked Perry quietly. Pastry? Jasper snapped into attention. Where did you find flowers to make pastry? You must have solved ration couples for months. Coupons for months. Maybe I shouldn't call them pastry, Perry sighed. Mama makes them with mashed potatoes, not flour, but the pastry. He pulled a bundle of the basket and handed Amy and Jacques a pastry each. What would we do with the potatoes? I think we eat them virtually everyday meal, Amy complained. Jacques eagerly ate his portion. I haven't had this since the war began. Jacques' mission. Did you remember such from the war period as the Germans have been here for almost 4 years now? The youth must have been very young when it all began. I was 5 when France surrendered. Jacques said in between mouthfuls, but good taste I remember and longed for. Pure like me. Pierre agreed as he drank the cider. Then he brought the subject around his night mission. So it must be you, Jack, who live on the coast. Yes, my family farm is high on the cliff above the English Channel, less than 10 kilometers from this barn. We raise cattle and grow corn and barley. The Jacques hesitated. At least we used to until the Germans built bunkers on our land. Bunkers? Pierre looked intensely interested. That's why Papa sent me to you. He's furious that the Germans took over a section of our farm, and he couldn't do anything to stop it. Jacques said loudly. Shh, my friend, Pierre interrupted. This war optic, but we cannot make loud noise. When the German patrol might be lurking nearby, like hawks ready to swoop down on 3 mice. Sorry, Jacques mumbled. Papa said the Germans are hiding from huge guns. They are built shelters and surround them with dirt. And hung nets above them. Every few nights we hear airplanes flying overhead, which Papa assumed, or taking aerial photographs, but trying to figure out what the Germans are doing. But the guns are too well camouflaged to be spotted from nearby. Your father's probably right, Pierre agreed, as your land overlooks the water. Then the guns must be waiting to sink any alley boat that tries to come. Army's host quickly. This information could save hundreds of thousands of lives when the aliens arrived, but if the Germans discovered they were sending messages to England. Jacques nodded. 35 Pierre now grasped the gravity of the situation. There is top observation power on our land that the only will need to know about. I counted the number of steps it takes to walk from pole to the westmost bunker, from bunker to bunker, and from the edge of the cliff to the cliff bunkers. Excellent, Pierre whispered excitedly. Did you write down? No, if I were caught with the information. Jack shrugged it, but I count steps every day. How many steps across the room to the board? I can't remember any number of steps. You're certainly brave, he remarked. The Germans don't suspect a blind kid doing anything important. German patrol. How will you send this information to England? Amy asked Pierre. By radio, he replied with a spark of excitement in his eye. Radio? But how will we? Jacques flowed. Then Amy heard it too. Voices! She glanced at her companions. Jacques was a statue. and even Pierre showed concern with a crouched poster clenched fist. The German patrol, Pierre whispered, follow me quickly. Grabbing the queries, he bolted from the store time. Amy followed them to a jeep white store, almost running into a cow's large backside, and nodded in understanding, wordlessly guiding the Jack's foot narrow distance into the hay cave and following close to his heel. Pierre darted to his own hiding spot, completely out of Amy's field of vision. Now the girl could experience the bond as Jackie did. From inside the bond, the shower voices were too muffled to be understood. Did they suspect the clandestine activity always was their routine? Patrol. Amy wondered whether Jacobs realized how precious their situation was. If the Germans are all be labeled as spies, no matter what story they fabricate, all of them will be hauled away tonight, just disappear. No, without the family knowing what happened. Amy felt like a mouse hiding from a cat. The soldiers called back and forth to one another, but never tried the band door. The three young resistant workers waited silent and still like stark rabbits as the long soldiers' voices died away before emerging from the burrow. They move on by now, Pierre whispered confidently when he reappeared. Wouldn't it be foolish to use a radio transmitter now? As Amir appeared moved, the bell of the hammer, her eyes hit the cave at first. Perhaps I think we must, Pierre answered. Now he had Jacques back to his feet, pulled the straw from the boy's collar, and got him back to the other stall. But what if Patrol is still around? Amy persisted, while peering toward the door. I doubt they would have been so loud if they suspect anything. Still, we will have to be careful. Avoid sending too long of a message. The German consistently listen for radio broadcast, and when they detect one, it just needs 10 minutes to pinpoint its origin. And whoop in the rest of the broadcaster and his helper. Amy got. That's why our broadcast to the outlets must be under 9 minutes. It's too risky to go higher. How will we know if the aliens have received the message? Jacques asked. That, my friend, is a good story. Pierre chuckled. He knelt inside the basket and pulled out a small tin can with a torn label. Jack, I am holding one as an ordinary tin can, but inside, opened it slowly, dumped out of the few beans, and showered Amy the hidden contents of the tin can. A radio, she gasped. I thought the radio was banned. Jacques asked. We have to give to the Germans. I made it myself, Pierre answered proudly. The microphone, transmitter, and headset are hidden nearby, so after we send the message tonight, I can listen to the British radio station, the BBC nightly. They need the news in French 3 times a day. Pierre put the radio back instead corner of the store to rummage through the pile of hay, continuing his explanation. At the end, those broadcast the announcer. This are coded message for resistant workers. When the British receive a message, they reply to the alias we use. Pierre moving a small steel box with black knobs and dials, and 2 black rubber hoses dropping around behind it. He set the transmitter on the ground and extended the antenna. He handed a pocket to watch me, who was on pins and needles. Your job is keep track of time. As each mini prince holds up a finger, Amy set the watch face up on her lap and nodded. We cannot, under any circumstances, go back 9 minutes. Radio broadcast. Pierre untangled the two tubes, which he connected to the headset and microphone. He adjusted the buried covering sport clock. Here, placed in the headset over his ear and turned knob. He couldn't transmit the crackle too loud. This is Victor Hugo with a message for Pierre began. The thunder was sent from an office quarter to Pierre door into the microphone. As he talked, Amy became overwhelmed with dread. Pierre had more to rely on 9 minutes than Pierre's information alone. While holding up one finger, she imagined what it would be if they were discovered. Rail cars slowly with steel reinforcements, but seen heading toward 2 fingers free. Amy steeled herself against the fear rising inside of her. If the soldier could face battle, at least she could do it to help send the information. 2 more minutes could pass, and would they send it all before the Germans could take the source of the real transmission? Finally, Pierre tapped Jack's knee and whispered, "Ready when you are, friend." Amy allowed herself a calming sign. Jack resigned his information as Pierre repeated it into the microphone. Types of guns, the locations each bunker. Amelia's held up more fingers than a description of the bunker. Amy rapidly shook 8 fingers at Pierre. "Jack," she whispered, "don't forget the location of the observation pole. But make it quick. We have less than a minute." "Oh, right," stammered Jack. He nervously rubbed his hands together, giving Amy a sick feeling that he couldn't remember this essential piece of information. 40 seconds, Amy cried out, unable to hide the alarm she felt. 30? Did she hear the footsteps that's on the pulsing in her ear? Jacques took a deep breath. 20 seconds. Oh, she jumped up. I remember. It is 2.7 kilometers west of the fishing boat harbor. Pierre rapidly dispatched this last tidbit of information and signed out. He clicked off the transmitter, stood up, and congratulated Jacques. "Good work, my friend. Tomorrow I will have good news to share at church. My visitor is an unison. At church? Every morning at 6:30. Pierre chuckled. My contact and I attend. During the services with which prayer books. This contain questions or describe an assignment like meeting you here tonight, and might have answer to this older question as the news of completing an assignment. You may have saved many lives tonight. Hopefully, the troops from the beaches near Chakria's farm. They were knocked out of the French German's gun and lightweight fire. I'm glad I could help," Jacques replied. "Now I must send you home for the night. It may not be safe for here long," Pierre said as he concealed the radio in his bag. When he returned, the 3 gathered their belongings, headed for the door, and listened. Pierre lit a lantern and scanned the dogs, who scampered down the gravel road leading away from the barn. Every step putting more distance between them and the illegal transmitter. In the darkness, Pierre waved goodbye to his new friends. "Dangerous return." "We're almost there," Jacques said excitedly. "Mary has so boasting for us." "Well, that sounds wonderful," he thought suddenly. "What is this, Jacques? Someone's coming," he whispered. "I don't hear any." Amy's gasp stood amazing. German soldiers suddenly emerged from the darkness with their guns drawn. She was sure that guilty had written across her face. A light blinded her eyes, so she moved on to Jacques. She flinched as it blinded her again, and she returned to Jacques. She felt Jacques clutch her arm like a steel trap, but she was ready to protect him as best she could. Jacques put up his own defense. looked at helpless possible, reaching out into his free hands. Would the man fall for this well-rehearsed act? One soldier grumbled in German. It's only the blind kid, which made the other one nod in agreement. The two of them moved on. Nice work, Amy whispered. Now, a safe distance from the friend. Jack smiled, and his head held high. If they only knew.
Good job.
Mm. Mm. Huh? Wait a minute.
A perfect score.